Did you notice anything strange about Disney's Strange World?
Wait, what was that?
There were a lot of details in this movie that most people missed. Let's see what you caught.
Are we doing this?
Number 1. Do you know where the Sound of Splat comes from?
What?
If you watched Strange World, you surely became a fan of this lovable little blue guy. Splat is full of personality, but he doesn't actually have a face or a voice. He does make sounds, but he didn't have a voice actor. Where did the sounds come from then? His voice was created entirely by a sound designer named Shannon Mills.
What?
Number 2. Splat's movements were magic carpet inspired. Yep, Splat's voice wasn't the only thing about him that had an unusual origin. Splat's expressiveness through movements were actually inspired by another blue guy who has no actual face, the magic carpet from Aladdin. Number 3. If you happen to be a starfish expert, you may know how they inspired Strange World. These blue creatures may have seemed out of this world, but they were actually based on a real species, a rare type of starfish called Lynchia levigata. Number 4. Besides starfish, other creatures great and small inspired the fantasy creatures of Strange World. Many of the creatures were based on dinosaurs, while others took inspiration from microbiology. Number 5. Let's take a look inside Avalonia. It's hard to ignore that Avalonia also looks a lot like Arendelle, the kingdom in Frozen. Are these similarities just a case of Disney design trends coming out in multiple movies? Or could this mean that there's a crossover between the respective worlds in these movies? Disney Cinematic Universe conspiracy theorists, put on your thinking caps and let us know your thoughts. Number 6. Have you heard of the Star Wars wipe? It's this effect, where the scenes transition when one wipes over the other. Strange World borrowed this famous directorial technique from a galaxy far, far away. Number 7. Wait a second, was that a new Disney logo? You may have heard that 2022 was Disney's 100-year anniversary. To celebrate, they created a new logo to go in front of the famous Disney castle during this sequence. Strange World happens to be the first movie to use Disney's new logo for its opening. Number 8. Is there any meaning behind Pando's name? We know Disney well enough to know that nothing is accidental. In Strange World, Pando is an interconnected organism. Pando is also the name of a clonal colony of quaking aspen. In layman's terms, it's a group of trees with the same genetic makeup. This clonal colony that's located in Utah is, like the Pando in Strange World, a single living organism. It sure is a strange world, isn't it?
Whoa.
Number 9. The world turtle is actually a real thing. Well, kind of. Avalonia is on the back of a giant sea turtle. This sounds like an unusual concept, but it's actually not that unusual. The concept of the world turtle, however, actually existed in many different mythologies before Strange World came along. Number 10. There's a connection between Pulp Fiction and Strange World. Much of Strange World's style is inspired by old pulp magazines, even the fact that the whole thing takes place in one. Number 11. The last shot of the film features a lost language. In the scene, a comic book closes and we can see another book nearby. The cover features a language that you may recognize from 2001's Atlantis: The Lost Empire. Said language is Atlantean, and the book's title seems to translate to Atlantis: The Lost Empire. Now that's one cool Easter egg. Number 12. Calling all Frozen fans, did you clock these flowers? These flowers painted on the furniture in Claude's house sure look familiar. They actually look like the painted flowers on Elsa's door in this famous scene in Frozen. Could this just be the effect of a similar animation style? It's possible, but that isn't the only part of Strange World that looks like Frozen. Number 13. Did you recognize this famous font from somewhere else? The font style of Strange World's title is inspired by the Indiana Jones franchise. Number 14. Besides dinosaurs and seahorses, Strange World took a lot of inspiration from cinema. Director Don Hall says that a lot of research went into making the movie. From early adventure films to novels by Jules Verne and Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, plenty of source material contributed to his vision. He also specifically credits Raiders of the Lost Ark and King Kong for how they were able to inspire the exploration of hidden worlds. Writer Qui Nguyen had very different inspiration, naming films like Little Miss Sunshine and National Lampoon's Vacation for their takes on familial love. Number 15. Did Ethan's game Primal Outpost seem like a real game to you? If you're thinking that maybe a real-life game inspired the movie version, you've actually got it reversed. The creators actually created a real version of Ethan's favorite game to make the in-movie game seem more real. Now that's a commitment to realism. So, what did you think of Strange World's many hidden details? Let's talk about it in the comments. And for more videos like this one, be sure to like and subscribe to The Things Animated for lots more about your animated favorites.